It is Tuesday, November 4th in the United States and Canada. The St. Louis Blues are a good team, and this is what chaos. I couldn't say that with a straight face. I don't know why. They're a good team. Everyone drop it. Get over it.
You've had a lot of practice saying it with a straight face.
From the Sports Interaction studio in Boston, my name is David Bean. I sit beside Pete Blackburn, and across the room is Sean DePaz. Hello, boys.
Hello, how are we?
Hey, howdy, hey.
Yeah, you have had some practice saying that the St. Louis Blues are a very good team. Did it on Twitter. Did it this morning, and I don't know if it was whether I was tired
or
just...
hard on...
I did not bite hard. I had like 3 seconds of silence where I was like, is he serious? And then Sean chimed in and was like, this is his bit. And then I remembered that you sent the tweet last night that like, Blues are hot right now. Don't get mad about it. Oilers played a good game.
I don't know about the Oilers played a good game. I'm not making it about the Oilers. I'm making it about the St. Louis Blues. I watched a team that battled their asses off last night, came back from down 2-0, defended their turf. That's their fortress. You got to consider that with the St. Louis Blues. Hot team, playing at home, peppering Calvin Pickard with shots. Did you see the third period? Calvin Pickard was like, hey, anybody want to stop taking shots at me? The guy was getting killed.
Yeah, how many saves do you have?
In that period?
Yeah.
I think like 3
nice.
Of 4.
It's a tough workload. My take on last night's game is, and I knew that this was happening, but the Blues wearing last year's uniforms this year, like their old primary uniforms as their third this year, I hate that move. I hate it. And those uniforms are fine. They're not bad uniforms. But when we talk to the Kings, a big thing that they said when you do like a jersey rebrand is that you don't stray away from the new like look for at least a year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the move. I mean, I do stuff with the New England Revolution, and they had a crayon logo that was really cool and beloved. And when they rebranded, whenever the league would do throwback stuff, they were like, I don't think we throw out that logo just yet. Like, it's part of a rebrand. We have to commit to what we look like now.
We have to establish a new identity.
And I think that is so the move. Like, what are you saying you are?
Yeah.
Say it with your chest. Going right back to, like, I mean, we say half measure a lot on this show. That's a huge half measure. And we're going to talk on today's episode about just how few teams you can really be out on right now in the NHL. The Blues wearing kind of their old uniforms, afterthoughty.
True, but counter argument there is that last year's Blues teams in those uniforms were much more watchable than these Blues teams in these uniforms.
Well,
but the uniforms are so much better. The new ones.
The Blues in those uniforms were watchable in the second half of the year.
True, yeah.
They weren't watchable this time last year in those uniforms either.
They won a Stanley Cup in those uniforms.
I don't know if we discussed this on the show, if it was off the show, the Sabres skid a little bit.
No, it doesn't sound like something we'd mention on the show.
They fire Lindy, the Blues fire Monty, and then we run it back next, just like we did last year. The Sabres hire Monty, and then he gets them to the playoffs.
No, I think the Blues' entire goal as an organization is to have Jim Montgomery be their head coach
forever.
And when they accomplished that last year, they were like,
job's done.
Done.
Kobe job done.
What did they do in the off? They didn't have a big off season, make any splashes or whatever. They were like, yeah, job's done.
That is true. We didn't talk about that last year. I don't feel like any team really celebrated.
They got Cam Fowler after.
True. But no team has celebrated landing a head coach quite like the St. Louis Blues.
They're like, can you believe it? Is audio okay for everybody? Somebody in the chat mentioned something about the audio. Unless multiple people say it, we will assume that everything is okay. Nope. It says, is anybody else's audio weird? No, that's for sure just you. I kid. Sean.
I'll try to figure it out.
Okay, it says audio issues. It's going in and out. We will continue. Let's pick a less important topic to briefly discuss. Have you watched The Chair Company?
I have watched The Chair Company, and I find it extremely funny.
Good.
And I am kind of hit or miss when it comes to Tim Robbins and stuff. Like, I think you should leave. I don't like it as much as like everybody else says that they love it. And I know that you have a take on this. It's like, not everybody who says that they love I think you should leave actually loves I think you should leave.
Yes, a weird thing has become cool, and people are like, oh, I'm weird.
Yeah.
I think you should leave, which, whatever, like what you like. But I just don't know if I believe that everybody liked it.
Correct.
It's what I call the everything everywhere all at once argument. I do not believe that 100% of the people who saw everything everywhere all at once Loved it.
Nor should they. It's not for everybody.
It's
Anything
supposed to
that's
weird you the fuck out.
Right. Anything that is that weird should not be universally beloved.
Okay. Our audio situation
Audio's good.
appears to be fixed.
Yeah, people just have to refresh. I think it was a YouTube thing.
Sean, your watching the chair company situation has not been fixed, though.
Not yet. I think Thursday is going to be the day because tomorrow I'm going to see, if I already forgot the name, but that new
Begonia.
Yeah, Begonia.
Nice.
I'm going to go see that tomorrow. So
I'm very
I think
excited to
Thursday
see that.
I'm very excited.
I've
too.
heard very good things.
I've heard Stavros Halkias is in it. That's very good things in
weird.
my book.
Oh, Stavros is in it?
Yeah.
Oh, fascinating.
Feature film
Yeah,
debut.
yeah. Greek people gonna Greek people.
I have a friend who had an audition for that movie. Didn't get it, but shout out my friend Elliot, who was almost in it.
Shout out Stavros, better actor than your friend.
That's
What's
right.
that about?
So you're seeing it Thursday or
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
I
Oh,
think.
hell yeah. We're
Yeah.
going to get a Sean movie report on Thursday.
Yeah, we can. Most likely. I don't have the tickets yet. But.
I need to get a Sean Chair Company episode 2 report because I've been telling you for weeks now that there is a character
Yes.
in the second episode of the Chair Company who I think everyone who watches that should absolutely love, but I think you're going to come away from it the way that you came away from Jake Wallman's overtime winner.
I mean, you're right. But there's so many characters in the Chair Company that are good and funny. And so I'm curious to know if Sean will identify who it is you're talking about. Although we've talked about it in studio, he might know.
I don't really remember who you said it was.
Okay.
I remember I was listening to you talk about the show a little bit yesterday, but I don't think if it doesn't connect with me, I don't know if I'll realize who it's supposed to be.
It's just classic Tim Robinson stuff. Very good.
I have I did binge it, and you just got to get to it, Sean.
Yeah,
I was putting it
I
off for a
will.
while. It's
It's just
I
that-
bet it's better bingeable than week to week because I've
Definitely.
had a confusing experience going week to week.
Yeah, I also don't like having to do that. I don't like having to wait for a show anymore.
You're accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
That
Pete,
I am.
tell the folks what's on the show today.
Before I do that, I'd love to say I love Lake Bell. She's great.
Oh, Lake Bell, one of the greats.
I did
Shout
not
out How
know.
to Make It in America.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Did you know who Lake Bell was?
Not really. I knew her face.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if I had Lake Bell experience.
Lake Bell underutilized in the show until this past week's episode.
Correct.
We had remarked on if you're gonna cast Lake Bell and give her nothing to do,
Right.
Just cast an up and coming
Right.
actor and give him those lifts, or those reps. But yeah, Lake Bell rocks.
Today on the show, we are going to talk about the Predators because the Predators are speaking out.
We've got the proof.
It's finally we're hearing from the Predators and hearing their side. The Leafs are back? ? Debatable. Michael Kesselring joins the show, a personal favorite of this show of mine. Michael Kesselring, an unbelievable conversation that we had with Kesselring yesterday. I will say, I think the closest that we can get to a guest yapping since Joey Daccord.
Joey Daccord.
In endearing. We had about an almost an hour-long conversation with Michael Kesselring. You will get a significant portion of that in this episode. We will release the full thing later on YouTube, but you're going to get plenty on this episode, and you're going to want more after watching Michael Kesselring.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
We'll reiterate either before or after we play it, but here's how it's going to work. You're going to get, as Pete said, a show edit for this episode if you are watching on YouTube. If you're listening on audio, you're getting the whole thing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
But if you're watching on YouTube, you'll get a shorter version so we don't end up doing a super long episode. And then, as Pete said, you go back, check right on YouTube afterwards, and you're going to want every second of it. Sean, you edited this one?
Yup.
Was it easy, hard cutting stuff down? Because as soon as we were done, I was like, that was 50-something minutes. There aren't obvious spots to lop off.
I mean, there wasn't a whole lopped off. I mean, it was most of the conversation is in there, but it was pretty long. So it was really just a matter of finding a good spot to stop the show portion and keep the people wanting more for the rest.
I mean, he is unbelievable. You're going to love this conversation.
It is such a good feeling when a player that you really like watching comes on the show and you're like, oh, that guy rocks.
And as you will hear, could talk hockey in a sports bar setting all day. There was an exchange of takes in this conversation where like he's got thoughts on a lot of current players. He's just a fascinating dude. And Sean, I mean, I was watching you just like thanking the heavens during that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to give too much away. He talks a lot about Tage Thompson and his leadership, and it hit my soul in a good way.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the people to hear. So stay tuned, and then if you're watching on YouTube, please go to YouTube after the fact, get the whole thing because you're gonna want every bit of it. And then finally, this league, it's in such a good place right now, and I can't wait to talk about that.
Okay, speaking of Joey Daccord, our guy was up to his old tricks last night, defending a 3-1 lead against the Blackhawks. So I'll say in his defense, it was a 2-goal lead. Joey Daccord, do we have the video, Sean? Mm-hmm. Joey Daccord twice went for a goalie goal.
Early by Beniers, but then sent in. Daccord going to go for it. Daccord going to go for it. Long shot. And right back there, left it off to intercept. That might have been going in. Wide of the net. Daccord has another opportunity. He fires it down and off a stick. That was going to go wide anyway. 15 seconds left to go.
This should come to the surprise of absolutely nobody who knows anything about Joey Daccord. Here was Joey Daccord with us last year.
It's like my life goal just to score. I've tried so many times. I had one in playoffs in Coachella that literally missed. Like, it was going in to the point where our guy was their first one there and he let it go because he was like, it's going in. And then I don't know, it like hit a chip in the ice or something and at the top of the crease and missed by a hair. Like, I've come so close a bunch of times. I shot last year at the end of the year against Minnesota, and I think Faber caught it or knocked it down. I'm going to keep shooting until I get it, though. I texted Gus when he scored a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, my God, no way. There's been, 16 or 17 goalies scored in the NHL ever? Like, that's nasty.
I want him to get one so bad.
He wants him to get one so bad.
Obviously. But I will say I don't want him to get one soon. I want to see this for a while. I want it to be a slow, tense climb.
I'm with you.
I don't like the implication that if he gets one, he's going to stop trying.
No, but like you'll know that piece of his soul has been filled a little bit.
I mean, I don't. Does a hat trick fill the soul of Leon Draisaitl? Like, he's a goal scorer.
Yeah, but there's also the cases of like Alex Ovechkin winning the Stanley Cup felt so great because he tried so hard for so long, and then it's such a cathartic moment when he finally hits it and gets it. So like I want Joey Daccord to be horny for the net for so long and then for him to finally get his nut.
Sean, I have seen the Boston Red Sox win 4 World Series titles in my lifetime.
As have I.
What do you
which one
think
feels the best?
What do you think was the prime of my Boston Red Sox fandom? The fucking lead up to 2004.
Yeah.
Just like everything, every day for a Boston Red Sox fan was, is it ever going to happen? And then once they won in 2007, and I believe, enjoyed 2 World Series sweeps in my lifetime.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
By the time 2013 rolled around, I was like, yeah, it's pretty awesome winning the World Series, but it's not ruining my life anymore.
Right.
I can't.
This is a man who is really, really in on the chase. And I agree with you that he will not slow down, but it's going to feel different.
It's going to feel different. He's going to know what it feels like to get that goal, and that part of it is going to be different.
And if you need any more proof that this man is so deeply invested in scoring a goalie goal, this was him post-game. Listen to what the first question asked to him was and what his answer was.
Joey, you spent most of the season protecting 1-goal leads, maybe tie again. What's it like to have a 2-goal lead? What does it do as far as a goalie's mindset goes? Maybe
in terms of shooting, or
in terms of having more of a margin for error.
Oh.
In terms of not having a be perfect.
well, I mean, it's always nicer to have a 2-goal lead than one. Trying to close out the game. I don't know. Shoot or shoot. So I shot it. I thought it was in. I said to myself, it's in, because when it was in the air, it was dead center, and then I couldn't see their guy behind the further guy behind the middle guy. So I was like, oh, I cleared everybody, and then I saw him stop it, and I was so rattled. But I'll keep shooting.
To summarize, he was so disappointed that the question was not about him trying to score a goal, and after he got over his devastation, He just talked about trying to score a goal.
Yeah. He's like, sorry, I misunderstood the question. I'm going to answer the question that I'm more interested in answering. That's so good. It's all he could think about. And like, as soon as that question was starting to be asked, you could see the smile come across his face. He was like, nice, I get to talk about shooting. Nope, but I'm going to answer about shooting anyway. Yeah, he's the best. Also worth pointing out, he said shooters shoot on Twitter, like 30 seconds after the game ended.
Before that interview.
Before that interview,
What?
yes.
It was like immediately after the game ended.
People were responding to his shooter shoot tweet being like, how do you even have Twitter up on your phone right now? The game just ended.
Oh, I mean, the whole like players on their phone thing, I think I've said this before. That's we got to break down that mystery. Players go on their phones during games. They see stuff.
Some of them know.
Some of them get caught.
Yeah.
But I've had
miss you, Jacob Lauko.
I've had to, when I was a beat reporter and a real shill, afterwards I've had players come up to me and be like, actually, can you leave out that thing that I said there? Because it made very clear that I was on my phone during the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys are all on your phones during the games. And I'm sure that some people are not. But like, I mean, I think back to when Seth Jones was traded to the Panthers. And you watch in the face-off series, the stadium series is being played, and they're showing like the in-between periods of the Blue Jackets, and they're playing this Red Wings game. And I'm like, I bet they had to leave so much stuff on the cutting room floor of people being like, Seth Jones got traded.
I think you underestimate how many people cared about that trade, or overestimate how many people cared about that trade.
I don't know. It's a pretty significant trade.
I mean, ultimately,
The team
for
sort of
sure.
won the Stanley Cup.
Ultimately, for sure. But I think that you cared more about a Seth Jones trade more than anybody.
Yes.
Because you were hammering the drum that it could and should happen for like a year at that point. And it was like a big victory moment for you.
It was a big victory moment for me. It doesn't mean it wasn't a big trade. That was a huge trade.
It was a big trade. But I think that in the moment, not a lot of people.
Uh,
I don't think they were talking about it in the locker room, is what I'll say.
I know they were talking about it in the
Really?
locker rooms. Yes.
Okay.
Of course they were. Okay. Are the Leafs back? We need to ask the question because we talked about the Penguins visiting the Leafs last night. Red hot Penguins, kind of. Winners or losers of three of five? So the Penguins were like on a bit of a skid. Took a 3-0 lead on the Leafs in Toronto before the Leafs scored 4 unanswered goals in the third period to pick up their 4th win of the last 5 games. Leafs are now 7-5-1 on the season. Here is Austin Matthews after the victory.
That third period, that's who we are. We're a tenacious team. We work. All 5 guys, all 4 lines, everybody. So, great win. Let's keep it going here at home. And Morgan Riley, 2nd all-time Toronto Maple Leafs defense points.
Yeah, boys. Great character win. Mo, congrats. But this is going to go to the guy who got us going with a goal and 2 great plays in the PK tone.
Okay.
Inspiring stuff. How do you not want to run through a wall after that?
I mean, I think that is really cool, and it's especially cool that it's because they beat the Pittsburgh Penguins in November.
Yep.
Like they're treating that as a galvanizing moment.
That is the blueprint.
Are they galvanized now? They're also not as bad as I think a lot of people have been making them out to be.
Oh no, they're pretty bad. We're talking about the Maple Leafs?
The Maple Leafs
They've been pretty bad.
They're not very good, but there's been like a lot of like Leafs cooked, Leafs this, Leafs that. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm an Oilers guy. I watch teams start slow all the time, and they've started 7-5-1. Oh my God, the horror. They'd be in the playoffs if the playoffs began today.
Well,
I
that's
believe.
because everybody would be in the playoffs if the playoffs started today.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. 8 teams would be in the playoffs, and would the Toronto Maple Leafs be one of them? Yes, they would be. By points percentage, no, they wouldn't be. Wait, would they be? Would they be? Would they be?
I'm just going to let you work this one out.
No, well, you were wrong to say that every team would be in the playoffs.
They would, yeah, they'd be the 2nd wild card, it appears.
No, but by points. But I don't know about by points
percentage. Yeah.
I feel like half the league would be out of the playoffs via tiebreaker.
They have a 577 points percentage. The Lightning and the Blue Jackets both have a 583 points percentage. So they would just be out.
They're just as good as the team that everybody was saying maybe they'll fire their coach like a week ago.
All I'm saying is Leafs are... Wait, you're talking about the...
John Cooper.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not out on the Leafs. And
I'm not out on the Leafs, but they have been bad.
They've been not great. I mean, they have a even goal differential. If that's not the definition of haven't been good, haven't been bad, then I don't know what is. They're good at home.
Well, before yesterday, they had a negative goal differential.
Got to show it today. What are you talking about?
I mean, I've just been saying they have been bad.
They can't say they have been, and that brings us to this. There isn't a bad team in the East this season, and there are so few bad teams in the league this season. Everyone is off, especially in the Eastern Conference, to a good start, and it's breaking my brain. Sean, do you want to throw up the standings from last November 3rd to this November 3rd? It's going to blow your mind. I'm using 3rd instead of the 4th because if we did the 4th, it would be the games that were played on the 4th last year when no games have been played yet on November 4th. So from last year to this year, every team in the East this season is 500 or better. Last season, 5 teams were under 500. 3 teams were under 400. The Sabres, the Canadiens, and the Flyers were all 375 by points percentage. As I said, this year, every team in the Eastern Conference is 500 or better. The worst team in the Eastern Conference this season by points percentage, that'd be the Bruins at 500. The worst team in the Eastern Conference last year, 3 teams with 375. Worst goal differential this season, -3. That's the Senators, the Bruins, and the Panthers. Worst goal differential last year, or I'll put it this way, 7 teams had goal differentials worse than -3 last year. Sabres and Red Wings, -6. Bruins, -8. Islanders, -9. Penguins, -12. Flyers, -13. And the Canadiens, -17. Look on the right if you're watching on YouTube, and look on the left, and tell me, tell me which one of these standings appears to make more sense and seems more normal for an NHL season. It's last year by a mile.
Definitely.
There's good teams, there's okay teams, there's bad teams, and there's terrible teams.
Right.
This year, there's just a bunch of good teams.
Well, I don't know if I would classify it as that. I would say there's a bunch of like
good to okay teams.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So like this is definitely an outlier year in terms of parity. And like Rogue Wave Creative in the chat saying like the NHL has kind of mastered parity at this point. And looking at it right now, I feel like that is definitely true. And it goes even beyond just like standings basis to this day, because on a game-to-game basis, the parity has been there too. Like I was talking to Jazz this morning, Chris Jastrzemski, our stat guy Jazz. There have been more close games through this point in the season than any season in NHL history. 80.7% of games have been close games, which either means a 1-goal margin or 2 with at least 1 empty net goal. 80.7 of 202 NHL games to this point in the season have been decided by 1 goal or an empty net goal.
That's crazy.
Crazy. The previous highest percentage was 74.3, and that was like 4 years ago. So, like, standings are insanely close. Nightly games insanely close. This is probably like the most competitive the NHL has been to start a season ever.
Someone in the chat says Montreal Canadiens' reward for going 9-3-0 is that every single team is above 500. The Canadiens have made a monster jump from where they were last year, probably the biggest in the league. I think they had 9 points through 12 games last season. Yeah, they had 9 points through 12 games last season. Have 18 points through 12 games this season, going from .375 to a conference best .750, which is tied with the Jets for the best point percentage in the NHL.
Well, here's my theory about that, and it ties to the Canadiens. The standings are so close, and the goal differential is so close because the Canadiens are giving every fucking team a loser point every time they play.
Oh, fair.
And they're only winning 1-goal games.
Yeah, that's true. So if you say like the Canadiens' reward for going 9-3-0, they could be going 9-3-0 without giving. That's a great point. Without giving every team they play a point.
Correct.
Granted, they shouldn't have any points in a lot of these games, but they're still finding a way to do it. Canadians, let me see.
That might be like the easiest explainer because last year the Canadiens were dead last place in the Eastern Conference.
Yep.
They had a -17 goal differential. Now they're in first place with a very nice goal differential, but not massive.
No, yeah,
they're just handing out candy on Halloween.
Damn. Yeah, Canadians still kind of break my brain because I don't think they're as good as their record indicates, but I don't think they were as bad as they looked early on last season.
Correct. Yeah, they're somewhere in the middle.
I think they're a team that for the next couple of years is going to keep like evening out once it gets to the playoffs, which I don't know, like maybe they make a deep run this season, maybe they don't, but damn, like where's the bad team in the Eastern Conference though? Like the Islanders had the first overall pick, but they won the first overall pick. They didn't get it from being the worst team in the league last year. The Flyers, like, I think we expect them to probably not be a 500 team, but I don't know, is like, which of these teams? Sabres 542. Senators are supposed to be right around there. The big one that you would think will probably fall off is the Penguins, but are they going to fall to the like 3-something clip we expected them to be at? Probably not.
Well, I think that like there's probably over time these bad teams are going to be like, it's going to be exposed and they're going to fall further in the standings. But like right now, even the quote unquote bad teams that you expect to fall at some point are still fun and entertaining and interesting to watch. And like that to me is more important than anything.
Okay, someone in the chat says, okay, now do the Western Conference. We're not. That's what, like, my argument is mostly about how insanely tight the East is. The Western Conference looks normal. There's good teams, there's bad teams, but even the bad teams, the Western Conference right now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams under 500. One of them's the Wild, though. Wild are going to be better than 500.
Yeah.
And maybe like the Blackhawks are 500. Maybe the Blackhawks come back down to earth. It's mean to say a team that's 500 is going to come back to earth, but like the Western Conference is behaving normally. It's the East that's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at it right now, the alternate standings. Like you say, they did a 3-2-1 points structure for the Eastern Conference. It would still only be a 10-point difference between the very top of the conference and the very bottom of the conference.
Man.
That's so like the parity is still there even with a 3-2-1 point structure.
Do we like that? Do we like that there aren't really any teams that we can just kind of give up on a month into the season?
Yeah, I do like that. The opposite of that though is like I don't like that we're kind of missing a powerhouse. Like I don't like that there isn't a team that everybody else is chasing, but I do like that every team is kind of worth watching at this point.
See, I assume there is a powerhouse and that it's Vegas, but
not via the standings.
I mean,
like
they're not like ahead by, but I mean, last year we weren't saying that everyone was chasing the Jets or the Wild.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And like President's Trophy, curse, et cetera, et cetera. I think we were still talking about the same teams. We were talking about Dallas. We were talking about Edmonton. We weren't really talking about Colorado, but that was stupid on our part. I think I was, but like I think a lot of people were like, oh, weird start, bad goalies. And you're like, who's going to be there in the end. I think we still have that in the Western Conference where we know Colorado, Dallas, Edmonton, Vegas are going to be there. And I think that Vegas right now is the scariest of them.
Yeah, so I'll say I think that when you watch the games, I would say I agree with you that Vegas is the team that I've been, at their best, the most impressed by. But I don't know how big that gap is between Vegas and like the next team. And I feel like in years past, there has been a clear team. Maybe it's later on in the season when I'm asked this question, like, who's the best team in the league right now? Who's impressing you the most? I would say it's Vegas right now, but I would say that margin is smaller than usual in years past.
Yeah. Who do you think's the best team in the Eastern Conference?
I mean, like at a lot of points, it's been New Jersey.
Right. I think it's
Carolina.
New Jersey or Carolina.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. This league, man, I'm in favor of not having a lot of teams that we can just completely write off. And I think that obviously things don't look good for the Blues when they're not playing the Oilers. Things don't look good for the Flames. But I don't think the Flames are going to be this horrible. I've watched more Flames games, though, than I think we're supposed to. I don't find them completely unwatchable. Maybe it's because they play games against more entertaining teams.
I think that I've watched more Flames games to figure out if they are actually unwatchable based off of kind of what you're seeing numbers on a page. And I feel like that has been confirmed. That team is pretty unwatchable. It has been not a good experience watching that team. They can't fucking score, and it's sad.
God, it sucks that a team that bad looks that good. Like
like uniforms.
The uniforms can't be that shitty with those uniforms. Same with the Blues. The two, like arguably the two best like bright uniforms in the league. Dog shit.
Yeah, no, have you actually enjoyed your Calgary Flames watching experience?
No, I've just watched a lot of their games, though.
Yes, I mean, same. We watch a lot of hockey. It's watchable is like the determination of watchability.
Explain.
Like anybody can watch a team.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean that they're
I'm saying
watchable.
like I haven't had a horrible time. Like I haven't been like get this team off my screen, which I haven't said that really about any team.
No, I feel like
Blues.
Calgary is kind of like get this team off my screen.
Or would you suggest the Blues are a little too? I don't know if high event's the right way to put it, but giving up goals on your first two shots faced. Like,
yeah, like Binnington's on the ice. I'm watching that.
They're high event.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is as universally watchable and obviously universally balanced a season there's been so far. But we're a month into the season, and that can change.
But even in the Western Conference, like the bad teams, like the teams that you expect to be awful, San Jose, Chicago, those teams are way more fun and way more entertaining because of what they're getting from young players. So like that's a big part of like bridging that gap too.
We're going to get to our interview with Michael Kesselring in a minute, but in honor of Michael Kesselring facing his old team, the Utah Mammoth, he scored against his favorite team, the Bruins, last year. So I think the underdog entry is going to have Kesselring over half a goal. Now, I know what you're thinking. Michael Kesselring has scored 12 goals in his career. Why would you make an entry that has Michael Kesselring scoring a goal? I say he's scored 12 goals in his career, but against whom? One of those goals, as I said last year, was against the Boston Bruins, his favorite team growing up. Two of those goals in his career have come against his current team, the Buffalo Sabres. So, if you crunch the numbers, and I did, Sean, throw it up, here's a pie chart of Michael Kesselring career goals. 75% of them, sure, are against randos, but 25% of Michael Kesselring's goals, that's 1 in 4, come against a Kesselring team.
Well, okay. I like that you did this number crunching. I love that you presented this graphic. When Kesselring scored against Buffalo Sabres, they were a rando team.
In his career, when you look at his goals, you say, is this goal against a team that has attachment to Michael Kesselring? Yes or no? I'm obviously joking. Yes or no, the Buffalo Sabres have an attachment to Michael Kesselring and that they are his current team. All those other teams, randos.
Fair point.
Pete's argumentative today.
I don't think I'm argumentative. I think that I'm presenting.
Asking the questions.
I'm asking the questions. Thank you, Sean.
Okay, let me ask the question. What is on your underdog card?
On my underdog card, this is a Oops, I'll Pete card tonight. We've got Morgan Geekie, higher than half a point.
Okay.
Michael Kesselring, higher than half a goal.
Easy.
That one is obviously, it's more
loftier.
of it's a loftier one, but the payout is worth it, especially given the the non-rando factor that you just presented. 6.1 or 6.7 x your money. And then finally, this one seems like an absolute slam dunk if you've been paying attention recently. Cutter Gauthier, higher than 2.5 shots on goal.
Huh. Doesn't he have like 18 a game?
Correct. Like Cutter Gauthier at this point is just shooting from the parking lot when he gets to the game. So that $10 entry would pay you $375 with the use of the 30% NHL profit boost today only. So use that profit boost, 30%. That's my card. I'm feeling pretty good.
That's a good one, I'm going to tell you. And yeah, the profit boost, I'll tell you, Underdog, I'm seeing profit boosts left and right when I go on there. I feel like I'm shopping at Banana Republic. Walk in, every day it's some sort of sale. And I'm like, I don't know, Banana Republic and the Gap model, maybe it's changed over the years and that's stated. But Banana Republic and the Gap, they would intentionally price their things too high and then constantly have sales. So
that's the entire outlet store model.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Everything you see in an outlet store is not discounted at all. It's just...
That's big time, like the
price.
Kohl's model, too.
I think that's just the capitalist model.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, this would be $26. Now it's $12.99.
Gotta get it.
And it's the most $12.99 shit you've ever seen.
I learned also about I forget what they call it, but they'll do it at like coffee shops where they'll make a small coffee like $3 and a large coffee is $4.50. They'll intentionally make a third size that they don't want you to get just to nudge you in one direction. So they'll be like small coffee is $3, medium is $4.25, large is $4.50.
Why am I not paying that 25 cents to get the large? That's McDonald's gets me with that every time.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, if it's like at 40 cents to turn your small coffee into a large, I'm like,
yeah,
obviously I'm going to do that.
That shit is
Popcorn?
so annoying at the movie theater. Yes. At the movie theater, it'll be like, would you like a large soda for $18.50? Or would you like the diabetes size soda for $18.75? Just a quarter more. And you're like, I just want the regular one because I don't want to feel like an absolute monster in this movie. And they're like, but the bigger one is 25 cents more. And they borderline bully you into getting the bigger one.
And I'm an AMC Plus guy. What AMC?
AM Stubless?
A-list.
A-list, yeah.
Stubs, yeah.
They do that where like if you pay whatever, like a medium price, you get upgraded to the huge one. So I just got to do that. Although, shout out me, I used my AMC A-list expertly. Universal Studios parking is $40. They've got a movie theater though.
Yeah.
An AMC.
Baby.
So I bought a ticket.
Wow.
I had no intention of using it.
Oh,
Wow,
that
that's
is,
a-
I
I
love
was
that. Gets
never
me fired
level.
up.
I was never watching that
That gets
movie.
me fired up.
Yeah.
Let me even see what movie I did. I had this remains an underdog.
That's
by the
an
way.
awesome move.
Yeah.
I was never seeing that movie.
You
Sean.
dumb fools.
Let's see. Regretting You. Do we know what Regretting You is?
Nope.
I got a ticket for Regretting You, and for AMC thinks I saw that movie.
Yeah.
They're asking me, who am I seeing in this?
I can't wait for you to wake up tomorrow morning and find out that your AMC A-list account has been suspended because
Improper
somebody from
usage.
AMC is listening to this show.
That would
Don't be a
rock.
fucking narc.
If before we fix the ESPN streaming thing,
You can-
we get the attention of AMC and they come after us. But I paid $5.
Oh, just
for
you.
parking.
I've never done this, and we'll never do this. AMC.
I mean, they still got their money.
Yeah, that's true.
They got $5 plus the $30 I pay a month. So instead of $40 for parking, I paid $30. People in the chat are saying that I shouldn't have said this.
That was not a good move.
I
Why
think
is that
they're
not a good
afraid that they're
move?
going to take. I think people are like, they're planning on doing this.
And don't commit to crimes on the podcast.
Don't be like me.
Movie.
Oh, that movie is
Oh,
not
it's
cool.
a Colleen Hoover movie. Yeah, fuck Colleen Hoover.
Why are you mad about Colleen Hoover?
I read one
Shout
of
out
the books,
Underdog?
and that book stunk.
Colleen Hoover was just like the most basic author of
Yeah.
like over the last 5
Yeah,
years. Just like every
the book is terrible. The one I watched or I read, It Ends With Us, which is the one that Blake Lively
Yep.
and Justin Baldoni had their whole feud over. That book sucked ass. Big suck ass.
Okay. Well, this movie stars McKenna Grace, Mason Thames.
Oh,
Is that one?
Respectfully, who?
Who the
Is
fuck is
Mason
this guy?
Thames? Is that one of the Stranger Things kids? Oh, I know it's the Black Phone kid.
I mean, I watch Black Phone. I've never been like, who's the Black Phone kid?
I saw the original Black Phone.
I
couldn't
could
tell
not
you who
picture
the
this kid
people
in
are.
my brain if I had a month.
You have a month starting now. Use code WhatChaos to get $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5 entry, win or lose, with Underdog. Here is our conversation with Michael Kesselring. Welcome to the show, Buffalo Sabres defenseman Michael Kesselring. Michael Kesselring, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I just realized I was like, I don't know what to call you. Do you go by Mike or do you go by Michael?
Yeah, whatever. The boys call me Kess in the locker room, so there's a bunch of different names flying around.
Okay, well, speaking of the locker room, has anybody accidentally stabbed someone with the sword yet after a player of the game situation?
I was a little nervous when Lion King had the sword there for a minute. He's making me a little nervous. He had to put that thing down, but we got the belt now, so everybody's safe. So
Wait, have you switched? Have you abandoned the sword?
yeah, we abandoned the sword. We went to a belt.
What was the reasoning behind that?
I think before the year, the guys decided. But I think after we all saw Lion, I think it was a good decision. So it was good.
That's the best and the worst. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
know.
people might hear this and be like, "Oh, they're not about that. Like they're not ready for big time. They can't even swing swords at each other." But then other people are going to hear that and be like, "Nice. They're going to play 82 games this season."
That's true, yeah. What's Alex Lyon's deal? He seems like a fucking wild card, that guy.
Yeah, he's a bit of a wild card. He's a goalie, so goalies have their things. They do their own routine and stuff. So, but he's been awesome for us so far. So as long as he's keeping the puck out of the net, no complaints.
Normally we start off with a million sarcastic questions and just stick around, but I do want to ask, like, how good does it feel to be healthy and finally beginning the Buffalo Sabres thing for you? Because you were not to split hairs over who the centerpiece was of that deal, but like that was a big trade. And I think that a lot of people were excited to see like, what is Michael Kesselring in this role?
Yeah, for sure. I think it was definitely frustrating. It was like a nagging injury, so it was something that was just going to keep getting worse unless I dealt with it. So we kind of just decided to deal with it, and whatever, I missed 9 games or whatever. It's not the end of the world, but it was a long few weeks rehabbing and stuff. So it's exciting to get going, and I feel like after these 3 games, I'm starting to feel better too. Like even with I'm not 100% yet, but it's getting closer every game, and every practice day I'm feeling better. So I'm excited to hopefully turn it up a notch here the next few games and really get to my game here.
When you block that shot from Ovechkin at the end of the game on Saturday, is that like I am fully back, I am no longer afraid of anything? Or is that just something you're doing all the time anyway?
That scared me. We got a little scrambled there, and I knew it was going to Ovi, and it just barely hit me. So like, thank gosh, because that would have hurt a lot. But yeah, it's no fun when you know you have a righty one timer on the power play, and we got that tomorrow too. So hopefully, Gunner doesn't hit me in the head or anything.
I mean, speaking of Gunther, like we had him on the show and was like quite possibly the most perplexing guest that we've ever had, because like we like to just like fuck around, and we found him hilarious, but he didn't seem to understand why we found him funny. So like,
Yeah,
is that just his vibe?
yeah, I can see that a little bit with Gunner. He's he just goes with the flow, but he's a good guy. A bunch of those guys in Utah. It'll be good to see them tonight for dinner, and see them during the game tomorrow. Will be a fun one.
But does everybody find him funny? Or is it just like, were we finding something that wasn't really there that we were envisioning?
He might have just been on one for the show. I don't know. But he'll crack a joke or two for sure. But I feel like he's more of the secondary joke. Someone makes the initial, and then he adds in his 2 cents. But yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I mean, we called out after a while because it started. We asked him like the first however many questions, and he was giving kind of straight answers. And then eventually something clicked where I think both of us were like, oh, he's just got like a very dry sense of humor. He's not just being
Yes.
straight and boring. He's got a dry sense of humor. So eventually we started laughing after his answers, and it was getting so funny that eventually we were like, dude, you're so funny.
Can't believe you guys got evicted. It's crazy.
Wait, is that technically what it was?
They wanted to up the rent, and we weren't having that. I don't know. Just thought maybe a change.
Dude, you're the I don't say this to guests. You're the funniest person I've ever spoken to. And he was just like not sure. He got like almost mad. He was like not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah. He's got that dry sense. That's exactly how you describe it for sure.
Obviously not an amazing start to the season, but like Sean, our producer, big Sabres fan, we're very invested in this thing going well. And obviously things have been going better of late, but like what's the group been like so far?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, there's a lot of guys right in my age range, me and Josh's age range. So I felt like even in Utah, I thought we had a pretty young team, but this team feels even younger. And it's been a great group so far. Sammy, Quinner, all those guys. I feel like we're all really close. Clowder. I play with Clowder a little bit in Bakersfield. So I feel like we have a really close group, obviously, with the injuries and stuff. It's been a little bit tough for us, but I feel like we've kind of gotten through that part. And I mean, we had a few guys sick today for practice, but I feel like we're starting to come on the other side of the injury bug and starting to play our game. So it's been good so far.
You've never played in the playoffs before. Famously, a lot of guys on the Sabres have never played in the playoffs before, unfortunately. For like the career you've had so far, if you were to get this team to the playoffs, like have you imagined yet just from being around Buffalo how insane it would be?
Yeah, it's fun playing in like a hockey town. It's I know football is big here too, but obviously in Arizona it wasn't really the biggest hockey town. I don't know if it's because we were struggling or what that was. I love AZ, but and then in Utah, people were trying to figure out like how to be a hockey town, and people here just are hockey people. So it's been really fun so far, and Tommers talked about it a little bit with us about like how this place will get jumping if we get on a run here or get into the playoffs. So, and I think just from playing Worlds last summer and winning that, me, Josh, we've talked about it. We're really hungry to play in those meaningful games again. Like playing for that gold medal was really fun, and we can't even imagine what like an NHL playoff atmosphere would be like. So we're excited, and Josh is doing his part for sure right now. So I'll get it going too.
Do you guys have any like internal competition about like who can be the best Sabre here?
I don't know. I've just been having fun watching them. I know last year we're really close, so we talk a lot after games, and I know he was a little bit frustrated and he wasn't playing the most and all that stuff. And Josh is kind of getting that opportunity now, and he's really running with it, and it's been really fun to watch. But yeah, it's time for me to add something in there too, for sure.
You grew up in New Hampshire. You were a Bruins fan growing up. Were you a Patriots fan?
Yeah, was all Boston sports. Yeah.
Are you still a Patriots fan?
No.
No? Okay. I was gonna say right now is like
what am I supposed to say
over there with Patriots and Bills.
I know it's tough. I've been following the Bills now a little bit this year, but I can't help but not like Drake May. He's been a dog this year, yeah. So I try to quietly cheer for the Pats and act like I'm cheering for the Bills at the rink and around Buffalo. But I guess it's 1A, 1B right now. So would be the politically correct terms for my rooting.
Before you got to Buffalo, then you still could have been a Patriots fan, correct?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Were you one of those people who lied and pretended Mac Jones was good before we could find out that he kind of stunk?
I don't. He's kind of looked good for the Niners, so I don't want to say too much. I've had some friends that were really convinced that Mac Jones was going to be the answer, but I'm glad we have Drake May. He looks like a stud.
Very, very politically correct. Way to play that. Very diplomatic.
Yeah. But he's looked good for the Niners. Well, the one game I watched a few weeks ago, he looked pretty good. So but I'm happy with Drake May for sure.
When you have those sports conversations with friends that everybody has, which is like, this guy sucks, this guy's the guy, whatever, like, is there ever a moment where you realize, like, fuck, I probably don't want to think about it, but someone's having this conversation about me?
Yeah, that's why I feel like I got to be politically correct. I don't want to bash anybody, but yeah, I know my friends joke around with me, like they talk about it, and like after a bad game, they'll be like, "Yeah, you weren't very good tonight," and I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right."
Just be like, how tall are you?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
huge.
What's your bank account look like? No big deal.
Okay, you played D3, so I'll be okay. Just you can give it to me.
I gotta ask, like, how much are you craving stability at this point in your career? Because like you've had like a kind of crazy last few years. Obviously Arizona, you like were planting roots in Utah, and that was kind of gaining some steam, and then you get the trade to Buffalo. Like, how much is stability and kind of sinking your roots in on top of mind right now?
Yeah, it's a big thing. Obviously, even going back to like when I was in Bakersfield, I moved every season. I never was in the same spot. I felt like I was bringing my whole life back across the country with me everywhere I was going. And then, in Utah, I bought a place and I thought I was going to be all set. And then I got traded. So it's part of the business. And yeah, I definitely want it to work out here. I think for me, like the organization really wanted me and they showed they wanted me. And um, it meant a lot to me to get traded here. It's close to home. Like it's only a 6 hour, 7 hour drive. It's easy for my parents to get out here. My dad's family's in Toronto. So, and it's cool to be, I think I kind of went through it with Northeastern and New Hampton prep school. Like we weren't the best team always. Like we're not the flashiest, but my teams were always good. Like we kind of had to go through a phase where we had to get better together. And I think going through that here with the guys and growing and learning and figuring it out, and then we make it is that much more satisfying. And Sabres have never won a cup here, and it'd be cool to be the first team to do that.
So do you want to be, I mean, you have to say yes, you're the most politically correct guy maybe on the planet. You said nice things about Mac Jones. But do you want to, you're up at the end of the year, you're an RFA. Do you want to stay in Buffalo long term?
Yeah, and I'm not even politically correct. I definitely do. I love the guys, and like I said, close to home, and I want to be part of like the solution here. And I feel like I have a big role I can grow into here once I get going. And they've kind of always needed that righty, steady presence, and I think I can bring that. And it'd be nice to not pack my bags up and buy a house and settle down a little bit. And it's just easy in the summers. Like if I want to come to Buffalo for a few weeks, I drive out. If I want to go home for a month, I drive back home. Like it's just it makes life a little bit easier for me. And I think we do have something good in this locker room, and I think we're going in the right direction. And even with all the injuries, we've done great this year. So it's exciting times here. I think.
How much easier is it when you've got like Doan with you as part of that trade, like a guy you lived with last year? Like, how much has it eased the transition to a new place?
Yeah, for sure. I even with Donor, it's just like he was already probably one of my best friends in Utah. We lived together in Utah. We lived together the year before a little bit. So just like around the rink the first month, like if you don't know someone's name or don't know where you're going, just stuff like that, and coming home and having someone to talk to again about the games, about coaches, whatever you want to talk about. It's just nice having someone there that knows. And he comes out in the summer and sees me, and we're really close. So it was kind of cool to be part of that together. I kind of joked with him at first that I dragged him here with me as part of the trade. He was kind of the throw in, but he's been awesome so far. And it's been really fun to watch him get that extra opportunity too. And he's really run with it. So it's been fun.
You guys have lived together now for a couple of years. How long do you see that going?
We'll see. I think probably one more year after this, and then it's like, I'm going to be 26, 27. I should probably figure it out, maybe get a girlfriend or something. But he's only 22, so he can do it for as long as he wants. But it's nice splitting the groceries, and he's a great cook. I think that's the best part about it for me. Yeah, I get a good chef. I just pay for the groceries, clean up a little bit, and then he makes some pretty good food, which is pretty nice touch. So.
What are your walls situation looking like at that place? Because when we
Not-
talked to Gunther, we were like, it's
Bare.
It's real bare in
bare.
there. And he was
It's bare.
offended that we criticized him in McBain's place.
Yeah, we're looking for those contracts, and then hopefully we'll start decorating around here a little bit more. I'm a little nervous now to start really unpacking everything. I need a few-year deal here first before I start decorating the walls.
You can get like a fucking printer and tape, though. I feel like you can
know.
put something up.
In my room, I got my like jerseys hung up like a high school guy, like just on hangers with tacks in the wall.
Jesus, clean it up. Holy shit.
So hopefully we get these deals, and then we'll frame the jerseys, frame some stuff, and put them up. I got some stuff from Utah, like first goal by a defenseman. They put a nice thing together for me, and stuff like that I want to hang up around here. His mom was actually here last weekend, kind of helping us set up some shoe racks and stuff downstairs, trying to make it a little bit more homey. So we're working on it.
You said that you scored the first goal by a Utah defenseman?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you know this, but Dylan Gunther scored the first goal by a Utah player, and the reason we know it is because we have the T-shirt that the team was selling commemorating it. Why didn't they do anything for first goal by a defenseman?
I don't know, but I got the post.
He has it.
I got a nice
Is
little
it just
poster.
one of one?
Yeah, just one of one. Yeah. So
You should put that on eBay. It might catch a pretty penny.
I should have got another poster for first assist on the first goal.
Oh, did you have the primary assist?
Yeah, I assisted on it.
Wow.
Amazing. You also last year, you were the recipient of the Simone Benoit Superman punch.
Yeah,
What was that whole fucking... I mean, I was talking about seeing an OV one-timer coming at you. What about when there's just a flying boy?
Yeah, that was. I mean, that was never a thought in my head that could happen. So it was pretty like interesting, and I didn't really think anything of it. Like I just went on through the game, and then I was sitting in the hot tub after the game. I'm like, holy crap, like this is everywhere. And yeah, my friends, like the first day I came into the gym this summer, one of the kids I trained with had a like shirt that said like Happy Friday, and it was Benoit, like the famous picture of him like over me.
Do you feel like a little bit wronged? Because he didn't fucking do anything in that fight. And that punch was just like purely for like cool points. And it didn't really do anything. And you look like you got posterized when nothing really happened.
I know. The Utah fans had my back for sure on Twitter.
I believe that.
People were going crazy on Twitter. And then the Utah fans were like, watch the whole fight, watch the video. So it was good. I actually had a chance to go to dinner with, because I know Michelli, obviously. And Donor went to dinner with Michelli and Nyes. He knows Nyes, Arizona boys, and there's a few other guys at the dinner. And Benoit was going, and I'm like, and Josh asked me to go. I'm like, am I going to get punched or Superman? Like, is this going to happen again or what? So I didn't end up going, but yeah, it was an interesting one. But I was glad with the rest of the fight after that, so it was good.
Isn't it crazy? And I mean, people make short jokes about Pete, so I hope I don't offend you by making a tall joke about you. Like, how does somebody miss you?
Yeah, I think I did a good job. Like I kind of got like out of there. I'm a big UFC fan, so I was kind of proud of how I handled that. But it was an interesting one, and that game, I kind of wasn't playing a lot of that time in Utah. We had everybody healthy, and like I was just angry all the time. So I was just looking for fights at that point in the year, and it went well, and got a little viral from it, so it was nice.
Speaking of tall gentlemen, you share an agent with Zdeno Chara. Have you ever been connected?
I met Chara actually for the first time this summer, just quick at Worlds, and he is a big human being. Holy, but he makes us look. It was like me, Mason, Lorai. I forget who else was with us, and and we were with Garland. So like we make Garland look like a tiny. And then we go over to Chara, and Chara's making us almost look as small as Garland is to us. It was crazy. So I don't know. He's in such good shape still. And it was cool meeting him, obviously watching him growing up and stuff. And my agent's always telling me Chara stories, so it's good.
He's incredible. And yes, he's like a massive person. I'm assuming you were probably, as a kid watching the Bruins, you're not 6'4" yet, but you're probably tall, right?
Yeah, I was a bit of a late bloomer. Like I always knew I was going to probably be pretty tall. My mom played basketball. She's like 5'11", and my grandpa on my mom's side 6'5". So I was hoping to get those genes, and then my
Yeah,
dad made
save
me
some
a
for the rest
righty.
of us.
Yeah, my dad made me a righty, which was the best thing that he's ever done. So I had a feeling I was going to be tall, but then freshman year of high school, I was still only like 5'10", and then I think my sophomore year I was like 6'2". And then my junior year, I was like 6'4", and then 6'5". So I kind of grew a lot after that. I kind of hit like everybody was kind of growing freshman year, and it kind of took me another year, and then I really shot up.
So
And
this
then
is
I
going to
was,
sound outrageous, but then as a righty, growing up, was like watching those Bruins teams, was your guy Chara or was it Dougie Hamilton?
see, I actually really like Dougie Hamilton. He's a guy I like to watch, but I guess, well, I mean, politically right way would be I don't watch him defensively, just offensively. But um, yeah, I liked watching him. I was a big Drew Doughty fan when I was little. I liked watching Drew Doughty. Um, John Klingberg's kind of a weird one. I always tell everybody I love John Klingberg. Like when he was in his prime in Dallas, I was a little bit older at that point, but just like the righty with the offensive ability. But I still like loved watching Chara. Just like can't. How can you not love Chara?
John Klingberg was back in his prime for like 2.5 weeks
I
in
know.
the postseason
Yeah.
last year, and that
Yeah.
was like even for the Oilers, like the craziest development in hockey I could have seen.
It was so
God
Yeah.
wild.
bless.
And then he got a real
Yeah.
contract out of it. Shout out to John Klingberg.
Yeah, I loved watching him for whatever. Just the way he moves as a righty. I like him a lot.
We've discussed a little bit your relationship with Josh Doan. You two share a zoo, basically, because he has a dog, and you
Yeah.
have multiple cats. You have 2 cats.
Yeah, 2 cats. Yeah,
How's that work out?
yeah. It's last year it didn't work out very well.
Oh, really?
We had to keep them like the cats were upstairs gate, and then the dog was downstairs. And then now if we're home, we'll kind of let them intermingle. And then if we're gone, I just put the cats in my room. My room's big enough; they can fight each other in there. But yeah, it's fun. Hank's a 130-pound dog, and
What
my
kind of dog
cats
is
are.
it?
It's a Saint Bernard Doodle
Wow.
mixed with a few other things. Yeah, he's a big boy. And then my cats are like 10 pounds. So like we got to keep Hank under control or he's just going to stomp on them.
Who's the problem
Um,
child, though?
honestly, like I would have said Hank last year, but Hank's pretty well behaved now. Like if we're around, Hank won't bother them. They'll kind of just chill. Um, but my cats don't really do anything either. So I guess it has to be Hank, but Hank's been really good this year. So I don't want to put Hank down, but he's been good.
What do you do like with your pets when you go on the road? Like it must be hard to be a pet owner when you're on the road so much.
Yeah, the cats are easy. I like last year I just had a sitter that would come like every 3 or 4 days if it's a long trip and just scoop the litter box and make sure they haven't killed each other. And then the dog's a little different. I know Donor had a sitter last year in Utah that was good, and then I think he found a new one here in Buffalo that I think he just like lets them know the schedule like 2 months in advance, and then they just say like, yeah, we'll take them. And they have another big dog at their house. I forget what it is. So then Donor will just go drop them off the day we leave, early in the morning, and pick them up the day we get home. But can't be cheap.
Okay, we've got a piece of your personal property. As you can see on the set, we have shit all over the place. And,
Yes, I like that Yotes jersey looks good back there.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
buddy,
favorite.
that Yotes jersey is a Keith Kachuk jersey.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I couldn't. It's a 7 jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to wear 7 in AZ, and I don't think it's retired, but it's just frowned upon. By,
Let's see.
so
I
like,
was
I
gonna.
was like, I don't want to step on toes here, so I'm gonna just go to 5. But
I was going to ask you. You are a 3-team
number swapper.
3
Yeah.
number. You are all over the place, my guy. Explain yourself.
7's my number. 7. It used to be 4 growing up. College, they didn't give me 4. So there was not a lot to pick from, so I just picked 23. Didn't really like 23. And then I finally got 7 in Bakersfield. That's when I had my really good year. I'm like, 7 is my number. I'm good. And then traded to Arizona. It's retired or frowned upon. Retired. It should be retired. Keith Kachuk. And then got to where in Utah, I was pumped, good year. And then I was like, I can't wear 7 again. So I like single digits. I just think it looks good with my last name for whatever reason. I don't really love 5. Like I used to joke around with my dad, like plumber D wear 5 that just like shoot the puck off the glass and cross check people.
Buddy, this is a Cody Cece show. Watch your mouth.
So I was like, I'm gonna wear 8. And I was like, oh, OV, but there's so many guys that wear 8. So I was like, I'll just wear 8. We'll try it out for the year and see how it goes.
Well, last year when we were in Utah, we were watching you guys, and I was just drooling over Sergachev because I fucking love that guy. And Pete was like, I'm a big Michael Kesselring fan. We were talking about you and everything. And at the end of the year, a couple of years ago, Pete got me as a gift a Zach Hyman goal chart, which was amazing. So to repay him at the end of last season, I got him a game-used Michael Kesselring stick that we've got on the set, and it's amazing. We've got the cross here, and then there's a spiral. What does the spiral mean?
I started doodling on them just like to know which stick I used what game, because I use like a new stick every game. Ooh. So like if I played good with like whatever, I'd draw something on it, and then I'm like, okay, that stick is good, and maybe I'll use it again next game. So I just know which one it is. Now, like sometimes I'll number them. I'll just put like slashes. Sometimes I'll doodle. Just random.
What's the craziest thing you've drawn on a stick?
Like honestly, those swirls were pretty popular for me last year, but nothing really like crazy. Maybe like a star. If I had a really good game, like something like that. I don't know. Not anything too crazy.
Never thrown a dick on any of those? Be honest.
Maybe on the whiteboard before the coaches come in.
Okay.
No, fair enough.
No, like Kesselring stick, do not eat.
Yeah, but there's some guys that will. I don't want to say I got it from Zegras, but he kind of doodles on them too. And then I was just like, that's a good idea. It's good to know which one's which. So I was like, I'll start doing it too.
You're the first player we've ever had to be like, hey, I saw Zegras do a thing and thought I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah,
everybody loves Zegras though.
Yeah. I played with Z 2 years ago at Worlds, and he's a little misconceived. I like.
That's the word that keeps coming up. Yeah.
Everybody says misunderstood. Everybody says, and we're supposed to get him on at some point, and everyone we talk to is like, you guys will love him. And we don't doubt it at all. But like clearly that 100% of his teammates say misunderstood. Everyone has the wrong idea about him. Yeah. We're like, okay, he must be misunderstood. And then we watch him and we're like, is he?
Yeah, it's a weird one. I just think like hockey players aren't usually like that. So it's just like, it's just different. So guys like need to like be around him to like realize he's a good guy.
But we want hockey players to be different. Like this show definitely would not exist if there was no appetite for something outside the norm. Like we love when players like we like when Jake Wallman fucking dances and pisses everybody off. Like we think that there should be more of that. Yes,
I'm big on that stuff. I think like to grow hockey and to get more kids into it. I know it's an expensive sport, so that's probably the biggest hurdle. But like, why not do that stuff? NFL does it. Basketball does it. Like I was a big fan of the no dress code this year. I think it's good for guys to be able to. Some people are like, oh, what are they showing off? But some guys have a little bit flashier personalities, and now they can show it. Like Keller kind of got me into it, and Logan Cooley. Like we're not buying expensive stuff all the time, but we'll put the expensive clothes on sometimes. And yeah, some people might think it's silly, old school or whatever, but at least there's like some sort of personality being shown and stuff like that. So like, I love Wallman's stuff. I know people will hate that too, but at least like it draws some attention to hockey. Maybe they'll put it on Sports Center instead of showing all 10 baseball or basketball highlights or football highlights. So even Walman this year with the little head nod, I kind of like
It was
that.
so good. It was
It
so
was good.
funny.
Like it's a little swagger. Like I just scored a bomb. Like I like it. I like it. I like Walman's game too. I actually like watching him play. So.
Dude, you're making my day. We have a clip of our producer Sean, Sabres fan, talking about like, I have no reason to be a Jake Wallman fan, but I watched that and I was like, fuck yeah, Jake Wallman. And like, it's not going to be for everyone, but like, I think it's really
not,
fucking
yeah.
cool that another NHL defenseman watches that and is like, respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And he's got like the type of game he can do it. Like he's got that little swagger to his game, and I enjoy it.
So do you see yourself doing anything like that, or?
Well, we'll see if I can get my game going here. I can. I don't want to say I'm going to pull out crazy stuff, but I like to show a little personality. I'm not afraid to slam the stick. That's for sure. After bad stuff happens, so.
And you've got, like you were mentioning, like you've got like a group that's around your age, kind of seems like it has a similar vibe. Nobody in that room is gonna raise a stink if you go a little crazy.
Rasmus.
Yeah, like I have a celly planned for Utah for sure. So hopefully I can find a way to get one in the net, and I got one planned for Utah. So
is this like a targeted celly?
No, it's just it'll be good. It'll hit good, but it's not too much. But yeah, I've been thinking about it. So
I mean, if you're thinking about the celebration, how bad do you want the goal?
oh God, I want to score so bad tomorrow. Especially I could just talk like we played Vejmelka at Worlds this year, and I think Donor scored on him, and I think Keller did too. So like we were all joking like we could give him crap all year. Like we scored on you. Like we played you once and we scored. So like that would be good. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm hoping Veggie's playing tomorrow. But even like I was talking to Cooley last night, me, Donor, and Cooley are in a group chat, and we're just like he's like I'm gonna dangle you, like I'm gonna bury you, like blah blah blah. So we're like best friends, so it's fun to like actually be able to compete against each other in that setting because you never think you're going to.
Here's what you have to tell him. You should be like, look, I'm telling you as a friend, I'm still hurt. I can't move that well. So if you come anywhere near me, I'm just going to have to cross-check you in the head.
That's what I told him. I'm like, there's no cross-check passes for anybody tomorrow. Especially, I mean, like just their top six, like you have to play them hard. They're just so skilled. You gotta give it to them.
I mean, his pockets are weighing him down at this point.
Oh, woo! He better be paying for dinner tonight. He better be paying for dinner tonight. That's all I gotta say. No, but he deserves it. He's, I think it's a great contract for both sides. He's all set, and I think he's gonna be a top 15 player, top 10 player, eventually at some point. So it's good for him.
Can we try to guess what the celebration is?
You could guess, yeah. You could take a run at it. It's nothing crazy.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, you take off your helmet, you have a blue mohawk, like Tusky, and you're like, oh, I'm Tusky. You guys are fucking stupid, man. Suck my dick, and then something like that.
Do the Ace Ventura pull out chopsticks, stick them in your fucking mouth, and do the right by their bench. That's your move.
So I'm interested to see like how I am tomorrow because like I don't know. Like I did it in junior once, but it wasn't the same. Like I was with those guys for like 2.5 years. So like I think once we get into the game, I'm gonna be like into it. Like I could see myself yelling I could see myself fighting. Like I don't like anything's on the table here.
Who would you pick to fight?
I don't want to like though like Boehner's tough. Like he's underrated tough. Like I wouldn't really want to fight any of their guys that would fight me. But
that's a good answer.
But I would do it. But if something happened and I had to, but like I could see myself getting that into the game like where I want to win that bad, where I just wouldn't care. Or like Boehner plays so hard, like he's gonna run me or something and I'm gonna get pissed. and I'm just going to be like, Boehner, let's go. But like, I don't want to fight Boehner. He's tougher than me. So like, I hate to say that, but it's just he's got the man strength right now.
That's Michael Kessel version and audio. If you're listening, that's fine. You just heard the whole thing. I'm sure this part will be taken out for audio anyway, but in case you're watching live, there's going to be the full version on YouTube. He was amazing. Love planning a celebration against your former team when you've scored 12 goals in your career. That's my fucking guy.
Hell yes.
Sean, is that your guy or is that your guy?
Yeah, I mean, this guy rocks.
I love the guys that you can just like yap with, and you can tell they're in the weeds with you when it comes to the hockey stuff around the league. He probably has a billion thoughts on every player.
Yeah.
It's just nice hearing somebody say they want to be in Buffalo long term.
Yeah.
And I know he's not the first. Like Zucker said that, Tuck said that, but like hearing it always feels nice.
Nah, he'll sign a long-term extension there, and they will win many games and many cups, and it'll be a beautiful thing. Shout out Michael Kesselring and the Buffalo Sabres, who take on the Utah Mammoth tonight. That one's going to be must-watch. We'll get to the slate in a little bit, but first we must tell you that the Tennessean is reporting that the Nashville Predators have no plans to change their team name after being parodied on Saturday Night Live. Finally, good sports reporting.
So quit asking. I'm not gonna. So quit asking.
That GIF or that clip is not nearly as readily available as I need it to be.
Yeah,
I want to use
agree.
that all the time. I can never find it.
That's been one that I have tried to use a bunch.
Yeah.
It's a great. I mean, outside of he apologized for it, so it's a great moment.
That's the thing. It's like no harm, no foul. He was an asshole. Everyone was like, asshole. Nobody was like, yeah, get her. He made a fucking fool of himself and gave us a great soundbite.
You know what? Yeah. I had no problem with it. Was he an asshole? Yes. Do I want my college football coaches to be an asshole half the time? Also, yes, especially when it's Nick Saban.
Not to like women trying to do their jobs.
Assholes are weirdos. You can't be a college football coach unless you're one of the two. Got to be at least be a little weird. College football coaches are the new goalies. Are we having audio issues again?
Restart the YouTube. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yes, restarting the YouTube will work for you, and people are getting back on track. So yes, let's do it. The Nashville Predators were parodied on Saturday Night Live over the weekend. We discussed this. It was based on the Preds in the Community thing that they did in the offseason, although we can't really tell if it was based on that.
Because they never acknowledged it.
They didn't acknowledge that this was a thing that actually happened.
It almost feels like a stolen joke based off of something that actually happened.
I would not be surprised if SNL was not aware of the Preds in the Community t-shirt thing.
I mean, they had somebody shorter than Pete play a hockey player in that sketch, so I'm not thinking that they're the most plugged-in hockey folk over at SNL.
And, like, if they were aware of it, they could have done that skit 3 months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it happened in, like, what, June? But there's also the possibility that Miles Teller, big sports fan, did see that, avid listener of the show, heard us talk about it, and was like, I've got an idea.
He was like, I needed to do it. Well, from reporting in the Tennessean, and this is from Alex Doherty, who did diligent reporting in the Tennessean. There are no plans for the Predators to change their name after being parodied. From Doherty, though the team name was lambasted in a sketch on NBC's Saturday Night Live, the Nashville Predators have no plans on changing it anytime soon. Quote, I've been here 15 years and never once thought about changing the name, Predators CEO Sean Henry told the Tennessean in an interview on November 3rd. On November 1st, the Predators were the subject of a sketch in which host Miles Teller played a Predators player forced to read an NHL charity promotion with phrases like, quote, I'm a predator in my community, and, quote, when you see this face, just know that a predator is in your community. Henry, who saw the sketch the night it aired and admitted he saw the humor in it, explained that the team is not embarrassed about the viral moment, quite the opposite. Quote, for those that didn't know about the Nashville Predators before, thank goodness Lorne Michaels decided to air it, Henry said. Our internet traffic blew up. We had more visits to our Preds Foundation page. I think we've gotten close to $1,000 in donations since then.
That CEO, Sean Henry, definitely donated like $1,000 to his own charity.
Congratulations to Sean Henry on having $1,000 fewer than he had before this interview.
100%. Also, like the acting like the team name, the Predators, is new, or like the term Predator is new in the context that it was being joked about. All of this is just fucking crazy.
Henry, not happy about all the jokes that happen about the Preds in the community. Incidentally, writes Doherty, the idea for the sketch was likely sourced from another viral moment put on by the foundation during the summer. On July 3rd, Nashville Predators wore Preds in the community shirts during an outreach event held by the foundation. Quote, best part is when I say quote, and then it's going to be stuff from our guy, Sean. If that's the story people are going to focus on and not the 3,000 hours of time we donated that day, then I don't know what to tell you, Henry said. We'll be building our 14th playground in the community next week. I do know what to tell you. I do know what to tell you. It's that they're focusing on it because it was called Preds in the community.
Correct.
Yeah.
This guy sucks at parties. Sucks at parties.
Like, I mean, I understand that he kind of has to do this.
No, he doesn't.
But like, yeah, I mean, you got to acknowledge, like, it's not just the name.
This guy sucks. I hate this guy.
I don't know if he sucks. I think that he's doing a bad job here. And I think
he sucks on paper.
The way to do this is to laugh it off and say, yeah, we get the jokes that people are making, but ultimately we don't want jokes made about a good thing that we're doing here. So yeah, maybe we work on the name of that event going forward.
It's good. Yeah,
good right.
Chatter. Preds love playgrounds. Predators in the community famously do love playgrounds.
Stop talking about predators in the community. We built a playground.
Just don't put it in the newspaper.
Stop talking about Preds in the community and go to the playground for Preds in the community.
Yes. Please donate to our charity, $1,000, please, so we can build more playgrounds for Preds in the community.
It literally sounds like a skit, like a YouTube skit from like the mid 2000s, where like someone's pitching an idea of what we call the community outreach program for the Nashville Predators. And they suggest Preds in the community and just can't get it through their head why that is a goofy name.
It's unbelievable that all of this could have been prevented had just one person in the Nashville Predators organization said, maybe we don't put Preds in the community on a t-shirt.
No organization wants to be associated with criminal activity, writes Doherty, especially one with such connotations. It makes for an uncomfortable reality for the Predators, whose team name origins are quite innocent. Here's where we learn. In 1971, construction crews found the remains of a long-extinct saber-toothed cat during blasting along 4th and Union. The discovery of the ancient predator, which included a 9-inch-long fang, was displayed downtown for nearly 30 years until it was finally immortalized with the naming of the city's NHL franchise in 1997. Henry added that the Predators, like Saturday Night Live, are an entertainment product meant to provide joy to the fans. He views the sketch as a fortunate stroke of luck for the team, knowing the potential impact it could have for the brand. Quote, we're a joy factory. Saturday Night Live is a joy factory.
That's like what they name the van.
Don't use the words joy, pleasure, anything like
kids,
that.
Come on into my joy factory.
Come on, kids. Come into the joy factory.
They combined the two, which is really cool. We may have sent a few jerseys to the actor, Miles Teller. We also may have sent some Preds in the community shirts to our friends at 30 Rockefeller Plaza. You can't be in on the joke.
Stop handing them out.
You can be in on the joke, but you can't start off this with the quotes that this guy has being like, hey, that's not funny, blah, blah, blah. Look at all the charity work that we're doing. Also, we're sending you Preds in the community shirts.
I think that you can't be...
I need to confirm that you're not just making this up.
No, that's real.
You are not making this up. What the fuck?
Real reporting. We got to get... what's our guy's name? Not
Sean Henry.
No, I don't even want Sean. I want the author of this, Alex Doherty. I want to talk to the person who talked to the person. See what what was left on the cutting room floor.
I know.
What quotes didn't... What did he say off the record?
I also, there was a part of this article that said no team wants to be, linked to
criminals, especially bad ones.
Right. I so wish that the Utah Hockey Club named their team the Utah Outlaws, because we'd just been like,
that's the whole name.
You sure? Sure about that? That's the entire name.
What a story. I did not consider for 1 second the possibility that the Predators would want to change their name. And now I think I'm becoming a Predators change your name person just
the
because
bit.
I want more quotes from this guy.
Definitely.
Yeah,
100%.
fair
I
enough.
don't want them to change their name, but I want people to push for them to change their name.
Correct.
So what nuts you know what to do.
Exactly.
Petitions,
100%.
signs at games, like turn your back on the Predators during the national anthems.
This is 1,000 times funnier than the SNL skit. Not even close.
Shocker.
The response is so much funnier.
I mean, there's been 3 items about this. There's been the initial Preds in the community. There's
Funny.
been the SNL skit.
Not that funny. It was fine.
Not
Fine.
great, not terrible. And then there's been this funniest thing in the world.
Yes.
So the Predators are better at organically creating these funny moments than even the funniest people in the world. Like as we all know, SNL, it's where the funniest go.
Top of the
True.
top.
It's where you don't have to stay there forever now because you can't go do comedy movies because they don't make comedy movies anymore. People don't stay there for a long time at all.
When people exit SNL, like their careers die. Just not a shred of success.
So now we're joking and leaving like it used to be that you would leave SNL and become good. Now it's you can't leave SNL because they don't make comedy movies anymore. So like seriously, like if
you can get kicked off SNL and become the biggest star in the world.
who?
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Shane Gillis. But typically, like back in the day, was you would do SNL for a few years and then you go do big things. Bill Hader, Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, like all these people that did things that it was a stepping stone. Now there aren't enough comedy movies, so you just go there and you hope they keep you for a long time. Shout out our guy Keenan.
I mean, he made Good Burger too.
True.
Yeah.
Keenan has also said that he's leaving SNL like 6 different times, and it just never happens.
I mean,
I'm okay with him never leaving SNL.
yeah. I also like there being like a Daryl Hammond type that you know is just there every year, no matter what. Daryl Hammond's still at SNL, by the way.
Is he really?
He does the introductions. He does like a Don Pardo impression.
Yeah.
Which is wild stuff. Not more wild than this incredible reporting from the great Alex Doherty in the Tennessean. Sign up for the Tennessean, subscribe. I did today so I could get access to this article because 12-foot ladder doesn't exist anymore.
I miss 12-foot ladder so bad, but there are alternatives. You can find them.
Buy a ticket to a movie and then that's near the Tennessean, and then you can park right near the Tennessean for only $5.
You can read their articles through a window.
Yes, exactly.
How do you feel about Jerry World getting the Stadium Series?
Excited if the opponent is right.
Who would be right?
I want it to be the Avalanche.
Okay. I saw Avalanche thrown out there.
Saw
The
Mammoth
Vegas Golden
thrown out
Knights
there.
thrown out there. Utah Mammoth would be fun.
I did see someone point out, though, that it is a Central Division outdoor game, which means it's going to be the Chicago Blackhawks.
It is true. It's a good point. Although the last time they tried to fucking force the Blackhawks into an outdoor game, it was a disaster.
That is very true.
Blackhawks don't do stadium series though.
Yeah, fair.
They
They
do.
are
They've
like
done it.
they've done it,
Yeah.
but they're a like
winter
winter
classic
classic
team,
through and through team.
I
They'll dip
mean,
their toe into a stadium series.
Utah seems like it would be the most, like, you're giving this team an opportunity to get a third jersey out there. Like, they're new, excited. Like, it would get other fans kind of into it.
I just don't
know
want
that,
it
like,
at Jerry World. They should do it with the Avs, like in like the Rocky Mountain Rumble.
Yeah, I agree. That would be kind of a waste for their first outdoor game, but it's probably just going to be the Avs.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, the 2027 Stadium Series is going to be at AT&T Stadium on February 20th, 2027. Dallas Stars' second outdoor game. They had the 2020 Winter Classic at the Cotton Bowl, which I feel like was one of the best Dallas Stars uniforms that we've gotten. So now we have to fucking look forward to Dallas doing something again with uniforms and branding.
That was the like good D
Correct.
jersey.
The STD jersey.
Oh yes. Okay.
I mean, give Dallas an opportunity to make another jersey.
Yeah, fair. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say like that's going to be like maybe it won't be. How do you feel about the sight lines at Jerry World for a hockey game? You're going to be so far away.
Sightlines and everything at these outdoor games are terrible no matter what.
No, not necessarily for football stadiums that are like more compact and steep.
Yeah.
Like
I think college football stadiums end up being very good.
correct. Like if they played at
Ohio
DKR, like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's in Austin, and
Yeah.
it would be a kind of a hike. But a college football stadium is so much better because you're on top of each other. You're steep. Jerry World is so massive that you're going to be a mile away, and it's going to be like specks on
Except
the
for the
ice.
fact that they have the largest TV screen in the world. So you're
Right,
gonna
but
see
yeah,
it
everybody's
real
gonna be
well
watching on a Jumbotron.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I think that's what happens when they watch football there anyway, though.
I guess that's fair. I mean, like SoFi was fucking massive.
Yeah.
A gigantic stadium, and I didn't watch any of that game on the Jumbotron because I felt like they had good sightlines for football. If you put a
Football is
hockey
different.
game there, it's easy to forget how much smaller a hockey rink is than a football field.
I mean, ultimately, I'll say to anybody who buys a ticket for an outdoor game, don't expect it to look good. It's not going to.
But I mean, but
can-
also like
it can
the
in
stadium
certain
series
seats.
at Ohio State was good. Like it was. I mean, obviously we had like we were in the press box, so our sightlines were obviously going to be decent. But like, I don't know. I thought that went pretty well.
I still find myself splitting the difference at these games, though, between like watching what's in front of me in person, and then like if anything serious is happening, looking at the monitor so I can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's about pageantry and it's about fun and everything. I'm not going to get too worked up about it. All I care about is that it's interesting teams involved,
and the Stars kind of deserve this.
Stars and Colorado would be good for me.
In other Stars news, we may be getting a new jersey, third jersey for Dallas at some point soon. They hit the ice wearing these. I heard a whole conversation about the term breezers yesterday during the Seattle Kraken game.
Okay.
But call them hockey pants.
Yeah.
Wore these hockey pants, and if they look familiar, it's because those are the hockey pants that they wore with the reverse retros from a few years ago. And how do we feel if they were to bring these as a third jersey?
I don't like them.
Really?
I mean, they're better than their current uniform.
Correct. But it's another
Not
black
good
alternate jersey.
uniforms necessarily, though. Like not the best uniforms. Just bring back the fucking Marty Turco era Stars. Like,
Yes.
bring back the good ones.
Yeah, that's a worse version of an okay jersey.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, just bring back the good ones.
I'll say this wouldn't excite me. Would I be mad? Would I be upset? No, but it wouldn't excite me.
I'm the same way. They don't. Again, better than what they currently have.
Right.
Okay, Sean, hit me with the slate, if you would. We got a good one tonight. It's a pretty full Tuesday. How many are we looking at? 10? We got Utah Mammoth at the Sabres. That's a revenge game for revenge games.
Yeah.
You got JJ, Doan, Kesselring. Anybody else? No one else from that trade.
Not from that trade, no.
That's going to be a big one. Shout out Michael Kesselring.
I'm very excited for that game.
That's at 7 p.m. Flyers at Canadians. That one is at 7 p.m. It's also at 7 p.m. The Bruins visiting the Islanders. The Hurricanes at the Rangers. That's on TNT. On ESPN Plus, you can get the Oilers at the Stars at 8 p.m. Eastern. Predators at Wild at 8 p.m. Lightning at Avalanche. This is a good slate.
It's a good slate.
Red Wings at Kings. Panthers at Ducks.
Red Wings at Knights.
I'm sorry, at Knights. Yeah, yep. Panthers at Ducks, and then the Jets at the Kings is the tuck at 10:30 p.m. This is a really good one, and I am really tempted to give what might be the first A of the year.
No, you gave it A early on.
Yeah.
Okay.
The opening week, I think.
Utah Buffalo is awesome.
Yeah,
I think this would be if you gave this an A, I think it would be the first A off of merit versus excitement.
Okay, why did I give an A the first time?
I think it was because it was the first.
Yeah,
full
it was
slate.
like the first good night of hockey. So like excitement level.
Oh, okay,
was
so it was
A.
relative.
Yeah.
Okay. This, I think, is a pretty hard-earned A. The Lightning haven't been getting a ton of my attention this year, and I'm going to watch them play the Avalanche. Red Wings at Knights.
Every game is a good team.
Even, I'll tell you what,
Except for
this is going to
Nashville,
sound
Minnesota.
stupid. I hope I don't sound ridiculous. Rest in peace, Dick Cheney. Nashville Predators at Minnesota Wild is like those teams are kind of stuck together in the standings right now.
I was gonna say it's it probably still is easily the worst game. Like Boston Islanders is not the best, but like Schaefer's been killing it, so that's still kind of exciting.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a yuck game on here.
No, there's none that you can like just outright throw away. And you got a Joel Quenneville Bowl in Anaheim. You've got, I'm leaning A on this one.
The Jets at the Kings.
Yeah, big test for the Red Wings, who are top of the standings in the Eastern Conference, going up against a team that we think is maybe the best in the league this year. Like, this is Ducks talk. You've got a Jets Kings.
Duck talk.
This is an A for me.
This is an A.
Hell yeah.
Pretty
Mark
solid.
it, stamp it. That is a let's American Idol it. Are we sending this? Pete and I have already given it an A. So it's already going to Hollywood. But Sean, would you give it an A?
Yeah.
All right, it's going to Hollywood.
It could have been Sabres, Utah, Buffalo alone makes this an A for me.
All right, congratulations, Slate. You're going to Hollywood. Let's see.
It is also a prehistoric bowl. Mammoth. Well, kind of.
Why?
Husky versus Sabretooth is a prehistoric creature bowl.
Husky.
Oh, saber-tooth tiger, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, let's take a look at some stuff, shall we? Brought to you by Sports Interaction Sportsbook and Casino. Every game is your game. When you bet with Sports Interaction, bet the action on every period, every shift, every shot with Canada's homegrown sportsbook, Sports Interaction. Ontario only, 18 plus. Please play responsibly. Bruins Islanders. Bruins road dogs, and quite frankly, folks, they should be. They are, by points percentage, the worst team in the Eastern Conference. But can they go and get a road win at the Islanders, plus 135? They are coming off, I believe their last game was a 2-1 win over the Hurricanes. That was a good win.
For the Islanders?
No, the Bruins.
I mean, the Bruins also beat the Islanders earlier in the season. And
there is so much to like about the Boston Bruins. Or you can get them plus 1.5, minus 175. I should note that we cashed on the Penguins plus 1.5 against the Leafs last night. Even though they lost, they covered. Mm-hmm. Would you go Bruins there? Or would you?
Yeah, give me the Bruins.
Okay. Bruins going to be above 500 as of tomorrow. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. From puck drop to overtime, bet with live odds on every play with easy deposits and payouts. Go to sportsinteraction.com/whatchaos to open an account. Ontario only, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. That is going to do it for today's show. We have a late breaking report from Ryan in the chat who says Kochekov's season debut. This is like, we don't do A pluses around here, but it's getting close. If we're getting Michael Kesselring scoring 10 goals against the Mammoth, Pyotr Kochekov doing God knows what against the Rangers, I like Kochekov fucking with the Rangers. I will say I'm a little bit disappointed that he's returning to action because I've really enjoyed Pyotr Kochekov's Instagram game while he's been injured. He just is like, he's such a goalie gear nerd and will post essays about the things that he's trying out. He's been doing that with like his injury recovery stuff too. Very lengthy poster. Yeah. You are correct. He has very long posts, and I usually I'll do like the first, second, and last graph.
He's really flip through the table of contents.
I do the Wikipedia plot summary of his.
You toilet read?
Yes. Oh, people were reaching out yesterday about toilet reading.
Yeah, like
saying you got to get in on that.
A lot of people like it. Number one, it doesn't seem like the best way to read. I read to relax, and I
famously
read,
you're supposed to be relaxed on the toilet.
That is true, but
maybe
I like to read when I don't have anything else to do. I don't like to multitask, is what I'll say when I'm reading.
So you don't use your phone in the bathroom?
That's not reading. I'm on my phone.
Doing what?
I like to multitask while I'm in the bathroom, but I don't like to multitask when I read.
Okay.
I'm recusing myself from this because...
This is gross.
No. We could dunk on you pretty hard for...
Multitasking?
You contradicted yourself.
How?
You said you don't like to multitask, and then he said
when I'm reading,
but you're on the phone.
I don't think you said the when I'm reading part originally.
You said
I just don't like to multitask. So then I was like, then you went to say you multitask.
What I mean is I don't like to multitask when I'm reading. If I'm reading, I'm reading.
Yes.
But you're sitting when you're lying down when you're.
That's not.
Yeah.
That's not a task.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider that a task. The business that he's doing, the main reason for why he's in the bathroom is one task, and the reading would be another task. And I understand what you're saying, not wanting to multitask while you're reading.
Yeah.
Okay, to each their own. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, it's going to do it for today's show. If you are watching this live, remember, Michael Kesselring, full interview will be on YouTube. We appreciate you very much. Make sure you've liked this video as well. Subscribe everywhere you can get it. YouTube, Apple Podcasts. I know Pete's been hollering for you to leave some Apple Podcast reviews, so if you could do that, we would love you for it.
Yeah, we don't often highlight that enough. Another thing that we don't highlight enough is that our Discord is popping 24/7. So if you're a Discord person, find a link in the show description below, or if you're on audio, in the show description on whatever platform you're on. We include the Discord links wherever, and it's a fun place to be when the show is not live. So come hang out, be part of the community in between shows.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to What Chaos here on YouTube. You will get everything, daily episodes, player interviews, and so much more. It's all here on the What Chaos YouTube. Hit subscribe.